Hello, everybody. How's it going? Sorry about that. So I'm gonna be honest. I want to show everybody something, but I thought I could figure out how to do it, and that's what made me late. I can't figure out. I can figure out how to show it to you. I can't figure out how to do it to make it on the screen at the same time as me, so that I don't get like the stream doesn't immediately get taken down for like copyright infringement or anything like that, because we got some stuff to talk about today. I know we just did one of these, but um, I feel like I saw Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and then literally that night, the 30th anniversary trailer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always came out, and then I watched The Mandalorian today, so I've got a lot to talk about today. The Mandalorian is like a no spoiler discussion, although it is the type of one of those episodes where I don't think it can really have spoilers, so don't worry about that, I guess. But I got some stuff to say. I made assets and everything today for my Power Rangers discussion. But I do have to Google... I do need to Google something really quick to see if I can figure out how to get this to not... I have literally a stack of coasters I keep right here, and every time I go to look for one, there's like none left. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm putting them all. Like, I have one right here, and there's one over there. And I'm like, where are the rest of them? Anyway, I'm also going to have a show and tell, but do I have a quick icebreaker question? Do I have any tips for entering the fashion industry as someone with body image issues? Oh, honey, I have plenty of issues too. So, I'm not super fashionable. I think my advice is to find, especially if you feel like it's body related things, because for me, I feel like I've got a weird shaped body and everything like that, and for me it's about being comfortable, functional, but also you want to look cute. And for me it's like how am what I'm gonna put on today, how is that going to assist me mentally, physically, in being like a more confident, better, the most confident version of myself that exists. So like it takes me a long time to get dressed in the morning, and it's not like this or that, it's an anxiety problem. And so I like to like know everything, what I'm going to wear and stuff like that. So my advice is, when you find those things, that stuff that you feel like, yes, this is my power outfit, this is my move, that's when you shine. And I feel like then that's when I feel like oftentimes we'll take the best photos, or you'll want to like actually have photos of yourself. So I feel like that's my advice, is like to try and capture those moments, and then I think people will see that reflect. Like for me, I see people on Instagram or wherever, Twitter or something. I'm all about like positive body positivity and inclusivity, and so I honestly, this stems all the way back to the Tumblr days, because I feel like that's where it started. But I love seeing all different shapes and sizes of people and how they're confident in their bodies, and like you got to figure out what works best for you, I think, and then get there. I'm still figuring it out. I try and only share stuff personally on my Instagram or here or anywhere, that stuff that I legitimately like. Like, it doesn't matter whether it was given to me for free or I paid $100 or whatever I paid for it or anything like that. I'm honest about it. Like, I want you to know whether it's like, I don't want to share something if I don't actually think it's cool, right? Like, because it feels cheap that way. It could be something brand new to me and I think it's cool, and then I want to share it, and that's so I'll always be like, I just got this or anything like that. I actually do have something I do want to share today. And I did buy this myself. I bought it at the outlets. But I'm going to save it for after we do our little Power Rangers Once and Always trailer discussion. So, I have no idea. So the coasters are these like rubber coasters. I have a million coasters up here. But these are the ones that I keep like right on my desk that are under my, I have this like, my friend Brandon got me this for my birthday. He holds my remote. I like it. Or your phone or whatever. Really the phone, because the controller will die if it's over here. Because I can't, for some reason I can never get this controller to charge on the wall correctly. But also like, because I'm in a loft, and so there's really only 3 walls. Well, 2 walls and then a wall with a giant window. And then another wall that's like really just a railing. The outlets are in weird places. My favorite game lately is to play is like, what was the Florida architect thinking when they built this place? But yeah, oh, the shirt I'm wearing right now is actually, I feel like I put this on because it was giving me very like Ernie's juice bar from Power Rangers. I thought it was appropriate because we were going to talk about that. But this is a Trapper Keeper themed shirt that is from Roosevelt's. RSVLTS, and they make like those thinner. There's a little bit of stretch material to them. They're basically the shirts I've been wearing a lot lately. Craig turned me on to them, and I feel like I love a clothing item that can make you feel good, but also express like your favorite fandom and things like that as you go. So, but yeah, so that's why I chose this one for today because I was in that vibe. Because also, this Once and Always, this 30th anniversary trailer, made me realize, because I've gained weight and everything recently, I don't have, like, any Power Ranger clothes. So, I need to rectify that before April 19th. So, let me Google something really quick. If anybody has, like, questions, things like that, let's chit-chat about that right now. I just want to see if there's a way how to play a video as a split screen on because I got the video to play, but then I had me as like a picture-in-picture, but I need it to be the opposite. I need the video to play as a picture-in-picture. If you'd like to display more than one video source at the same time... Okay, that's not going to work. I need to do like a little, like a weatherman. Like one of those guys. And I know I can do it with like resizing the photos. It's just the video wasn't letting me resize it. So it's like I can play it. I don't know. I'm worried. So I'm like 340 something watch hours away from being able to monetize this YouTube channel, which I would very much like to do at some point. I mean, I won't make like any money from it, but you know, I don't know, just nice to do. I'm just being honest about it. And hold on, to the left of the video sources and switcher, you'll see a few options. Click the picture-in-picture button to use a picture-in-picture layout instead of a split screen. Wow. Girl, I don't know. I don't think any of these are actually answering the correct question, but yeah, anyway. So anyway, I would love to be able to monetize this because obviously, like, you know, we'll just pop that money around. You know, a couple bucks here and there isn't bad for anybody. I'm gonna be honest. I got student loans, baby. I got $80,000 in student loans. I'd like to move, and my car is about to die. And I would love to get a new car. I talked about it in another live stream. I'm looking at the Hyundai Venue, the Corolla crossover, the Mazda CX-5, and I think that's all that's on my list for right now because I'm trying to keep it right around 25,000 or under. But yeah, so I'm just being honest about it. Yeah, I should have asked Craig ahead of time, but this is something we haven't done before, so it might not even be possible in this software. So I see. John is asking about the DJI Pocket 2. I don't know. I do have a DJI. That's the is that the little camera on the little stick, or is that a gimbal? I can't remember. But I do have a DJI product that I use all the time. It's right here. It's these microphones. So these microphones come in a little box like this. See right there? That's where the receiver goes. It has 2 microphones. They're automatically synced to the receiver. It works the same way AirPods do. The receiver is currently plugged into the side of my computer, but look, it comes with, so that's it. It comes with a USB-C adapter, and this is like a little iPhone lightning adapter, and then it's got a little thing for the shoe on top of the camera and everything. The microphones can both record individually on each other, and to the, then like obviously to the camera or whatever. These were like the best investment like I've ever made. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, I was worried they were expensive. They were like $300. And the wonderful people, these are part of my bourbon study investment, but I use them for like everything. Um, I can't turn on Super Chat until the YouTube channel is monetized. So that is very thoughtful and generous of you to be able to bring that up. So maybe someday down the road, I'd like to do eventually. Like I know I said like yes, money. Obviously, I need money. Everybody needs money. You need money to live, right? And it feels like weird. I feel like this is a weird thing to talk about sometimes, but I'd also like in the future I'd like to do like maybe like charity live streams every now and then or something like that. I think that'd be fun. For like causes and things that I care about that are close to me, and maybe we can all learn about together and everything. Oh, my mic right here. It's magnetic under here, but it also has a clip. I guess I could have just clipped it because now I have the thing here today, but my student loans are, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they're consolidated. They are at a lower rate though, because of when I got them. Like I think they're like locked in, but yeah, $80,000. It's insane. And by the time, so like the 25-year mark for those, basically, if I'm paying the bare minimum for the loans the entire time, I'm gonna end up having to pay a gift tax for like $150,000 because that's basically, it's at that level where it's like the Jonah from Superstore joke where they're like, every day if you made a payment, you'd never be paying down the loan. You're just paying off, you're not even paying off interest. Like it's a fighting thing. And I was like, that's where I'm at. That's crazy. Right now, obviously, the student loans are paused, but I worry what happens when they pick back up. But essentials in life. The car. I'm the type of person to get a car. I'm going to drive that car for like 10 years. So that's why I was like, this car is going to be a big investment for me. I'm nervous about it. It's going to be it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping maybe we can do some test drives this weekend, but a cat is administered. I'm lost 90% of the time. That's okay. I try to give context to what we talk about. John, I see that it's a gimbal. I've had a DJI gimbal. I'm not good with technology sometimes like that. So I have one. I think they are very user-friendly, accessible. So I will say I've had another gimbal I hated, and this one was definitely better. So I do have a Jay Rodriguez. I know you're saying that. I do have a coffee account. It's ko-fi .com/Ryno, RYNO. And on there, this is a great shop. So anybody out there does crafts or sells anything on the internet, or it's basically, its interface is very similar to like Facebook, but it also works as like you can open a shop, and they don't take any money from their like any like platform fees or anything like that. So if I sell a painting on there for like $100, I'm gonna get like the $100, especially if somebody pays for it through PayPal. That money goes directly into my PayPal account. But if I think I added Stripe on there, and there's like a fee for Stripe, but you're paying the Stripe fee, not anything to coffee. Like they give all their creators all their thing. I think it's a great site. I'm surprised it doesn't have more traction yet. I think it's going to eventually. But I've been using it for a couple of years now, and I think it's great. It's also a great. I think it's also meant to be like an online tip jar, or like a buy me a coffee. That's the whole thing. It's buy me a coffee, buy me a drink, buy me whatever on there. So you can either like just do that for somebody who's an online creator. I liked it because of the store, but then also like it allows you to like do updates on there and stuff like that, like a Facebook post. So it's cool. I'm talking and I inhaled so fast now I hurt my throat. Sorry. I know, Trey, you're saying about the HRV. I think Craig and I talked about that too. Renee, I'm telling you, Superstore, Parks and Recreation, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love those shows. I will watch those shows over and over and over. Especially Superstore. I think in the end it's going to be like one of my favorites. So. Let me just scroll back here. It does feel like a little Bayside High shirt. Thank you very much. It's part of their like 80s like collection. There was like a couple of Trapper Keeper designs, and I love it. This is one of my favorite shirts to wear. It always gets like very nice compliments. But yeah. I gotta buy that house to store those goodies. See, the dream for me in buying the house isn't necessarily about getting more stuff, because that is a dangerous thought process. But I mean, there is that part in my head where I'm like, I can finally amass my Power Rangers collection that has been waiting 30 years to be like fully displayed. But it's really, now I'm doing this with the live chats and everything we've been doing. I feel like I just really want to set up like a good quality functional studio space for myself where I can do this. We can do like the gaming stuff, because I really enjoy doing that, and I really 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 want to do it when Star Wars comes out, and I'm so close to being like, I'm gonna buy that PlayStation. Actually, tonight my original plan was to finish a couple of paintings I had started, but the way I like reorganize my loft up here, it's very difficult. I don't really have like any space to paint as much anymore, so I need to like go through and reorganize again. It's a process, you know. It's like phases. Phase 1, phase 2. We've got to go through it all. It's the MCU of cleaning up here. But yeah, so that's that, and I appreciate everybody's like very positive support in here. And okay, I need to find a Lisa Frank shirt. Oh my god, if there was a Lisa Frank collection, I'd be all over that. What was a highlight during my trip to Austin? Well, it's this beer I'm about to crack open, which is the Electric Jellyfish. I have one left of these, so if anybody is in and around Austin and wants to pick up me a 4-pack of these up, I would be forever grateful. No, but Austin, I love the Alamo Draft House. I saw a movie there. I saw Cocaine Bear there. The food is delicious. So coffee, if you go to ko-fi.com/RYNO, you can kind of like, so like, I don't think I have any paintings in there for sale right now, because I think it's all sold out, but you can see my paintings in there, and kind of see how I've like set it up, right? So like, if you are somebody who's interested in doing any of that stuff, check it out. And if you have any questions about it, I can try and answer them, but the people there would be better at answering it than me. So I think there's a link in the description of this video, actually. But what was I gonna say? Austin, oh my god. We did brunch in the Domain. That was a lot of fun. Honestly, the bars are a lot of fun. Went to Barbarella. That was fun. Oil Can Harry's was fun. I feel like went to Wonder Bar. That was a fun Instagram bar. There was a lot of. It's a cool place. It's one of those cities where I'm like, I wish it wasn't in Texas. I wish we didn't live in a time where I had to say stuff like that either. You know, I just thought when I was younger it would always get better, right? And wasn't that the whole thing? Like, remember that episode of The Office where they're making fun of Oscar because he's doing the "it gets better" thing? You're like, does it? Like, is it? But yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to play. Should I just play it? I'm just going to play it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play the 30th anniversary Power Rangers video. I hope this doesn't get flagged for copyright. I wrote that this was for fair use and like criticism, commentary and stuff like that. So I've never done this before, and I had like a little outline to hopefully help with it. So I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna like pop me in the corner. Like, it's not like a what? It's not a reaction video, because I already have watched it 300 times. So I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I watched it over and over and over and over and over again because I can't wait. So I'm gonna play it. It's gonna play right now. So it's gonna mute me, but I'm gonna add myself in the picture. So maybe that like helps. So I'm sorry that you can't see the whole thing, but I did put the link to the actual video in there. In here, the feed won't get shut down, but I worry about the monetization. Like, I'm not monetizing this. Like I said, I can't monetize it yet, but I'm worried that it'll give me a copyright strike, which would then make me ineligible for monetization. But I think you get 3 strikes, so it's like a weird. I'm gonna look it up before I hit play really quick, if you don't mind. I did save like photos and stuff like that though. So we've got thing. But look, all these people, like Watch Mojo has it on here, has the whole thing. They're playing. I'm looking at the video right now. They're playing it. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I just want to follow the rules and be a good person. I don't know. I'm just trying to promote this. I'm not trying to make any money from it. Okay. Copyright. Nothing to see. I think you get like a takedown request first, but it's like follow community guidelines. Only active community guideline strikes prevent you from applying. Warning. Expired community guideline strikes and copyright strikes. Oh, wait. Warnings, expired community guideline strikes, and copyright strikes do not impact your eligibility. What happens when you have an active strike? You need to wait for active community guideline strikes to be expire or be removed before you can apply for the program. Okay, this is like literal gibberish. Here, okay, we're gonna read it and then we're gonna decide together. Yeah, we're so close on those watch hours. God, so close, so close. I don't see it. So this does say, I guess if it's copyright strikes don't count against it, then it's fine. I think like community guidelines would be like, I'm not saying racist or bigot things or like passing off false information or anything like that. So, warnings, expired community guidelines, and copyright strikes do not impact your own. Okay, I think we can do it. That's what this says to me. I just might get a copyright strike, and like I think you can just cut that part of the video. Cut that part of the video out. The link is in the description of the video. I pasted it here. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat, and then how about you all go watch it, and then we'll talk about it. I'll give you. It's literally only a minute long, so you're not even. Just open a new tab. We'll all watch it together. And then I will figure out how to do that. I even like exported a different version of the video. Hold on, I got it right here. Okay, so first of all, first things first. Here's the coffee link. That's the coffee website I was talking about right there. Was that a link? And then here is the official from Netflix. The official link for. I don't think that's a link. I don't think that turned into a link. Guys, I hate technology. Neither of these turned into links. I think maybe it doesn't register me as the... Hold on. I know a way around this. I'm going to post it again over here. Pause. Oh, we're going to get feedback. Don't get feedback. Oh, it is a link. Okay, I see it. It's a link. My coffee one isn't a link, though. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to repost that coffee one so it's a clickable link. Gonna fix that in the description. While we're here, we're all learning together. This is an awful live stream today. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So everybody watch it. It's like a minute long. It's like a minute and a half. And then I want to like talk about the previous. So I'm going to vamp for exactly 2 minutes from right now. In 2 minutes, I'm gonna start talking about the actual preview. Until then, I'm gonna scroll through this chat, and just kind of chat about everybody's thing in here. So, Sam, sorry to hear you're not feeling very well. If I continuously talk over it, you don't think I'll get the strike? Well, that's what I think that's the whole thing. I think if you're like leaving comments as you're watching it, I think that's how it doesn't count. So I gotta see how to do it as a split screen. I was trying to test it when I was in here, but it wouldn't let me like resize it because I think it like inputs the video as a different like it doesn't register the video as a camera input. It registers that as like a separate part of the program. So it might be a limitation of this program, but we're gonna see it. But yes, big fan of Austin. Looking forward to going back again. soon, and I'm hoping to go to hoping to go to Atlanta at some point, maybe this year. I'm thinking about Savannah. There's been a murder in Savannah. Oh no. How far away is your goal to buy a house? I could put the down payment on a house now, and I mean, technically, all the mortgages are like what my rent is right now, if not like a little bit more, and I'd rather pay more rent to live in a nicer neighborhood than I currently do. Um, so I feel like I could, pump that up. So like I could get it. The problem is the housing thing in Orlando was insane. It would be like you'd have 12 hours to make decisions on whether you wanted the house or not. People were offering like 50 over. It was insane. Like competitive isn't even the right word. It was a slaughterhouse. So it's just one of those where I was like, well, I don't want to end up in the wrong place and then be like stuck there. Like I know it's like, well, you can just move again, but like, well, yeah, but not like within 6 months. So I've seen horror movies. People don't move when the house is haunted. So I don't know. So I feel like I'd be like ready to go now, but the problem is, maybe it was a silver lining thing in like Florida. My thing about the house in Florida is that I look at it as, even though I don't want to continue to live in Florida, I feel like I think it's a good place to have an investment, or like I want the house to be within 20 to 25 minutes of Walt Disney World, because I feel like that retains property value. But then also, like, anybody could come and use it, like my family, or or I could snowbird if I needed to and stuff like that, and travel and go around to all these different other places, and then still have the thing here. So it's one of those where I was like, I feel like buying the house would make me feel like I have more freedom than not having the house. I know that sounds completely reverse and insane, but I don't know. But yeah. So then the other question is like, where do you want to go if you don't live in Florida? And I'm like, I don't know anymore. I just don't know. I don't know. I want to live in somewhere that's a little more suburbish than like. It's like somewhere like Milwaukee would be great, like. But I also need like. I still want to like travel and do stuff and everything, and I don't know where these videos and everything are going to take off. Like I've got ideas to continue to keep doing this. I want to start showing more like bars and restaurants and food and merchandise and things like that. Like I want it to be. I've just been enjoying these live streams a lot, that I think it would be cool to just do it as like a lifestyle, like not so much as like one specific thing, but like everything. What's it like to try and bring you through as close as possible what it's like to, unfortunately, live around with me. So I don't know if that's super interesting, but that's what my goal is kind of to be. So, I don't know. Okay, it's been more than enough time. I hope everybody watched it. I'm drinking a Jellyfish hazy IPA. It's called Electric Jellyfish. This is from Pint House in Austin, Texas. I plan to visit the brewery the next time I'm there. Oh god, they can't fill over. The area in Orlando that I was looking at for a house was like basically Winter Garden, Horizon West, like Independence neighborhood, Hamlin area. Yeah, like down that way. That like Windermere, but not really Windermere area. But yeah. So that's that. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the trailer now a little bit because I'm very excited about it, and I just wanted to point out a couple of things real quick. So here we go. Boom. Robo Rita. Her face. Terrifying. That's real. I thought it was like CGI, but I saw the picture on the set, like her with the thing on, and so like maybe it's like enhanced with like a little bit or something like that, or cleaned up, but that's real. She's scary. I never noticed she had that spider thing down in her chest area, but you got to think all these things have been remade. So this costume is not the original. Like these things weren't kept in a vault somewhere. They're like, these are all remade, which is cool. Also, I want to point out Billy right here. Look at the neck on these costumes. These costumes are also brand new because if you look really closely at his cuff here, there's actually like a texture to it that didn't exist on the original one. But his neck, they're doing a double neck thing. So, like basically, when the Power Rangers have helmets on, they have an underhood, and it's like a hood. It looks like the Willy Wonka, like when they're in the TV thing. So it covers like this part of your face is still open, but it covers this, so it makes like a one unit essentially. But the Power Rangers in the original American Mighty Morphin show, when they had the helmets off, they had given them these like turtleneck things, and so I feel like that's a reference to that. So it's funny that they're wearing both. But I do appreciate like that attention to detail to be like, well, we want it to look exactly like what the costume looked like on the show, and that's what it looked like on the show. Let's talk about this brand new command center, which I actually am kind of digging. I'm not gonna lie. I like how it's brighter. We need to talk about Zordon's energy tube with the giant crack behind it here, because if you are a big fan of the show like I am, then you know that the Red Ranger killed Zordon in the last episode of Power Rangers in Space. He used his spiral saber and shattered the energy tube. And when Zordon's energy tube exploded, all of the good energy that Zordon was basically went through and like wiped out the evil in the universe. And that included Rita and Zed. And like they became like it purified them and they became like good people. And so, like, this is a brand new set. That's wild to me. They built a command center set for this one-hour episode of this show. But what's also cool is that you can see it in another shot that I don't have here, but the screens say Cranston Technologies. Billy's last name is Cranston, which means Billy made the software for this brand new command center. Oh, I should have used the shot of the outside of the command center, because the command center is like rebuilt on the ocean, which I think is really cool too. I don't know. I just really like it. This is a fun little Easter egg here when Alpha goes to... Also, that's the original Alpha's voice, Richard Horowitz, which is awesome. But the Bandora Protocol, Rita in Japan is called Bandora. Like, her name is Bandora. She's a witch. And so this Bandora Protocol is cool. The extra little fun thing here where he says, Power Rangers report to your stations. If you look at the monitor under his helmet here, it says Reefside. Reefside, I believe, is from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, but then it has the Astro Mega Ship. It lists like every city that the Power Rangers have ever been protectors of, which I thought was really cool. And then this thing too. Then Rocky teleports into the command center. First of all, he's eating like Chinese food or something, which is great. He's a firefighter, so we know that Rocky grew up to be a firefighter. That's cool. That's cool. So I don't know if this is picking up where the other one left off. It's taking place in modern day. So I believe this still takes place within continuity of the show, because David Yost, who plays Billy, is also going to be at least in one episode of Power Rangers Dino Fury, or Cosmic Fury, the series that's going to start in August, which is the 30th series. Well, not in August. They said September, and I was like, if they can't get the episodes to drop on August 28th, which is the actual 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that would be a shame. But also in the trailer we get a little shot of Adam and Aisha, and we haven't seen Aisha since she left to when they like had shrunk down and become kids and then become adults again. Aisha gave her powers to Tanya, and Adam we've seen once or twice. But what's also really cool about this is, if you look really close, their badges say SPA. So there is a Power Rangers season called SPD. So SPD is Space Patrol Delta, and they like are the protectors. And that takes place like, I think it takes place this year, but it was from like 15 years ago. It might even be like next year or a couple years from now. I can't remember. But it's like, so that's a nod. They started SPA. So I assume it becomes like it will become SPD, or it's a subsection of that, or it's the beginning of it, which I think is just such like a really cool and subtle nod to all of that stuff. And also this shot here with Alpha, sometimes it looks like it's green screen, but I've seen all the behind this. They're standing on a set. I think it's just I'm not used to everything being so well lit, but I do love that this is like Alpha. This is Alpha's like original. Like, Alpha got a makeover when they went from Zeo to Turbo. He became Alpha 6. Like, his costume got a makeover. And I mean, I like that Alpha too, but this is like the original Alpha. But this isn't Alpha 5 because Alpha 5. I mean, it could be Alpha 5. I don't know. I think it's going to be Alpha 30 though, because it's like 30. But anyway, if you look, Alpha has power coins in his hand. He's giving them power coins because what's interesting too, Rocky, the Red Ranger here, has never been a Power Ranger at the same time as Zach, the Black Ranger. And so they've never shared screen time before. Also, we're going to talk about another thing that's never happened before. So you get here. Also, was not this morph? Like when he says it's morphin time, I got little goosebumps but like look at them all. Look, they're wearing the communicators and everything. I love the framing of the shot with Alpha in the background there. And then also we have some monsters here. And if you are not familiar, this is Minotaur and I believe Snizzard. Those are two monsters from the original series, but they have received a machine-like makeover as well. Minotaur is the monster that they were fighting when they got their power weapons, which leads me to believe. Also, there's a banner on Netflix. If you go and search for this right now on Netflix, it has the like remind me thing, and it has them with the weapons. So I think we're going to see their weapons in it too. But I think Snizzard might have been voiced by Bryan Cranston on the original thing too. But also, can we talk about they're in the juice bar? Also, they had to build the set because like this show is shot in. I should say that too. The show has been shot in New Zealand since Disney had taken over. Disney doesn't own it anymore, but when Disney bought it, and it was like, what? It was Ninja Storm was the first like Disney made season, and they had it for like 10 years. And so they moved to production in New Zealand, and it's been there ever since. So they like built this juice bar set, which is, I feel like, really cool. It looks great. Also, it's fun to see the putties again. And then I also really like this, like, obviously this is like a rebuild of Rita's Palace. And I just think like, I've never seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in high definition. And so I just think it's really cool to see these like different places and sets in this thing. But if you look above Rita's head in this photo, there's like machine things on the wall. So I think this is going to tie into the Machine Empire having created like a fake Rita, which is cool too, because that means it ties into Power Rangers Zeo. I know this is a lot of gibberish, so I'm going through this really quick for everybody. Zords. Hello. So these are like the Zap, which is the Zord Ascension project from Hasbro Zord. So they like reshot this stuff. Obviously, I mean, you can tell. But it's weird to see it so crisp and high definition. And the part that got me emotional, I don't know why, was this, seeing the Megazord with like a power sword. And the thing I wanted to talk about is that Rocky, nobody has commanded these Zords except for Billy and Zach. So it's kind of crazy to me that we're finally going to see Rocky is going to use the Tyrannosaur sword. So it'll be interesting. Somebody said that you can see they like become action figures or something like that in the background. So my guess is that Rita kidnaps Tommy, Kimberly, and Jason, and that's why the other two are there. But it does look like they're going to explain where other Power Rangers are too. So I don't know. I'm very much looking forward to this. This is a 55-minute episode, I think. There's a coffee bot in here. I don't know. I didn't know that coffee could be in this chat. That's crazy. But I think it's really, really cool. I am looking forward to it. April 19th. I'm going to watch it a million times. It's an hour long. I'm ready to be like so emotional. And I think they do a good job of like, it looks like it's still capturing that essence of Power Rangers while also being like, oh, somebody was like, oh, it looks cheap. It looks whatever. And I was like, I don't think you watched the original show, because to me, what I saw in this preview didn't look cheap. I mean, it might be cheesy because you don't watch Power Rangers, but I'm like, I think it looks cool. For me, this is like, I can't believe this is getting made, and I'm so grateful that we're going to get this. So I'm here to support it 100%. And with that said, I wanted to show you all what I got a month or two ago, a while back. Look at this. These are shoes. I was at the Reebok outlet down the street here. I don't know if you can see this. You know what this is, but this is Rita's Space Dumpster from... Oh, God, I knocked the can over. Oh, Jesus. Rita's Space Dumpster from Power Rangers. So I I have. They had made a set of Power Ranger shoes. Reebok did. They've done it twice because they had one that was the Power Rangers, and I got the Red Ranger shoes. Let me see if I can just pull up a photo for you. I promise we're going to talk about other stuff too. Yeah, so there's this picture right here that's like. So I got the Red Ranger shoes. I honestly I would have gotten the blue and the yellow too. I would have gotten the pink one, but I think they were only girls. The black ones are okay. I would have got them all honestly. But I got the red ones. I still have them. I wear them every now and then. I'm trying to force myself. It's like wear the stuff. Wear the stuff. Like it won't be in perfect condition forever, but you know what'll happen if you wait forever and never use it. When you go to use it one day, it's just not going to work, right? So like do it. So they also did a villain set. Let me see if I can pull it full set. I feel like the villain set it came out of nowhere and it was much different. Let me throw this picture up here too so you can see this. Yeah. See, like I'm a high top guy usually, or like a running shoe. That's why I went with I felt like the red one was like the solid bet. But what's cool is like the boxes were like they were like this. They were like the Zords. So if you got them all, you could assemble like the Megazord. I didn't, obviously, but there were Megazord shoes as well, though. But those I had ordered the red, and I had ordered the red and the Megazord one, and both of those had come in like I ordered one in like a 12, one in an 11 and a half, and like each they were like inverted. Like I needed one to be an 11 and a half and the other one to be a 12. And so by the time I was able to get them back, it was like I couldn't get the Megazord ones because they were gone. These were the Megazord ones, which are kind of like hideous, but at the same time I love them. So I wasn't able to get those ones because they sold out. People are crazy about shoes, huh? But then they did a second line that popped up out of nowhere. There was actually 4. I don't know why this only shows 3, because I think there was a putty one too. And they were these. Excuse me. So the Ryno ones are cool because like you can't see it, but on the flip side they're like the camo because Rito's like half skeleton, half camo. They need to make a figure of him next, but so they did Rita, Zed, and Rito, and then there was a putty one, and I was at the outlet and I found one pair of the Rita shoes, and you know what? They're crazy ugly, and I don't know what I'm gonna wear them with. But I'm going to show you right now because I haven't worn them yet because they're still in this box. Also, it's like, how do I get rid of this box? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta. I'm going to wear them when I watch the episode, I think, obviously, because, like, Rita's the centerpiece. But, like, look. After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth. It's like a great. But anyway, here are the Rita shoes. It's like her costume. So I was like, these are going to be perfect for the 30th anniversary. Here's the thing. I've tried them on. I've walked around in them, like in the house. They are very, very comfortable. These are some of the most comfortable shoes I have ever put on my feet. I am not lying to you. But like the attention to detail here is like crazy. Oh, no, not my face. The shoes. It's the shoes. Because Rita's got the hair. This is like hair. Ugh. Grosses me out a little bit. But like it's like fuzzy. And then like the pump is the symbol for her wand. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. So I got him. Because it was like, what else am I going to do? Also, look at the bottom of the shoe. It's got a cool design on it. And it's like one of those sort of things where you're like, the attention to detail is incredibly admirable. What's the outfit we wear with this, you know? So I need like a Power Ranger. I need more Power Ranger t-shirts, honestly. But then like on the inside of the shoe, I don't know if you can see in there very well, but it says it says I've got one of those headaches again on this one. I don't know if it says something on the other one. The other one says, oh, hold on, it's got that thing to keep the shape of the shoe in it. Oh, it's got like a crazy like design in there. It's impossible to see. But yeah, like, so I don't know. It's like cool. They look cool. I mean, I guess I could just wear them and like whatever. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm in my own head all the time and I'm like, everyone's watching me and judging me and whatever. I'm like, who cares? But also, I'm a firm believer of like, I'm not going to wear these with like a Star Wars t-shirt. I'm not a monster. Although, I mean, isn't that the whole thing? Rita is a monster. Well, Rita's not a monster. She makes monsters. Do you know the whole thing in the original Power Rangers? It was like science. It was like science versus magic. Like dinosaurs versus... I never really like thought about that. But yeah. So that's that. Head to toe denim. So anyway, the moral of this whole story is I've got to get some more Power Ranger shirts that fit me. Power Ranger clothes or something like that. Little inspired outfits and everything. But yeah. I'm going to wear them. I am 100% going to wear them. It's just about putting the right outfit together. I mean, I've got the Power Rangers, like the Loungefly bag that they did. So it's like I could do the Loungefly if I get the right shirt. I've been trying to talk to the Roosevelts people and be like, because they have I think they could do it if they wanted to. I was like, you guys need to do a Power Ranger shirt. They did a Captain Planet one that I love. So I'm like, please, please, please do a Power Rangers one. So I'm hoping if I just keep annoying them about it, they'll do it just to shut me up. But I would like one where it's just the lightning bolts, maybe. Super simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but yeah. So I am gonna wear them. It's just about being like, I'm very like, oh, I gotta have the right nerdy outfit, right? So that's that. That's Power Rangers. I also wanted to talk about Shazam. I saw Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and I actually really liked it. I don't think it was that bad. I know it's got like 50% or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes. I was kind of dragging my feet about seeing it because I feel like recently Zachary Levi has said some questionable things that make me like, it's one of those things where I'm like, you've got to know what you're about to say is not going to go over well. Like, can you not? Like, I think he said some like anti-trans thing and I was like, oh God, why? So, yeah, and he was like, said something about Pfizer. I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to get into it on here, obviously, because it's all like heated debate, but it just was one of those where I was like, ugh. So you're like not the cool person you pretend to be. So anyway, I saw it. I liked the first Shazam a lot. I thought this one was great. It was like an original story too that wasn't based on stuff in the comic books, which I was like really surprised about. But I thought it was like a very fun movie. It was funny. It was easy to watch. So I don't know. I'd recommend it. I thought it was great. I thought it was pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know that it deserves like. I think my problem is like. It feels like at this point where it's like, what does it matter anymore? Because if they're just redoing the whole DCU thing again, but then they made it out to be like, well, Shazam could still be a part of it and it could still be Zachary Levi. Like, I guess everybody can still be a part of the universe except for Henry Cavill, only because James Gunn wants to make a Superman movie, but he doesn't want Henry Cavill to be the Superman. And I'm like, so really it's the same universe. You're just kind of restarting it a little bit, but all the same actors. So I don't understand that, and I think it's confused people to the point where now they've become apathetic towards the movies. I think The Flash will still probably do well despite Ezra Miller and you know, and you know what? Yeah, that one guy who stars in the movie sucks in real life, but you know what? There are hundreds of people that worked on that movie that probably don't suck, that deserve their movie to be seen. So that's how I feel about it. So, am I going to make a Power Rangers cocktail on my other channel with my friend? You bet your sweet bippy I am. Yeah, I told her. Actually, I was like, because we almost filmed that this week, and I was like, I don't want to film it yet. I was like, because I want to like have a Power Rangers outfit for it. Like, I don't think I can't fit in my Power Rangers costume anymore. But, I was going to share this picture. I was going through my phone, and I was like, I have a picture from the first time I dressed up in a Power Rangers like cosplay from a couple of years ago, and I was like, remember the time I could fit in Power Ranger costumes, like, and I was like the fat one in the group still, because I would dress up with a couple of people who were body shaming people. Not my friend ZJ and I became like best friends because of that though. So not because of the body shaming. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh wait, here's one. Here's one. Nope. God, Jesus, just my chest. I thought it was gonna like size it correctly, but I guess not. But anyway, there's the. This was my friend CJ's costume that I like borrowed to wear to be like, can I fit in it? I don't think I did end up wearing it because there was a picture of me and Rita with that. And then I think the other one's like actually like correctly sized. Oh, so this is a costume that. So there's a Power Rangers comic book that's very, very good. That's essentially like a retelling of the original, the Mighty Morphin, but like it, like now, but also it's like different. It's not the same. But there was a spinoff that was about like what happened to Kimberly after she left the show when she went to go do the gymnastics stuff in France, like they said on the show. So it was like a continuation of that plot, and she ends up getting into some trouble, and she's got to create like a new power source for her to become a Power Ranger again. So all their Power Rangers are like the Power Ranger suits were pulled off of her power coin, so it's like all these like Pink Ranger kind of suits. So this is the Blue Ranger version of that. So look at my hair too, so much darker. But yeah, so you can see there's like padding on the side of the leg, and like there's like pink around the chest piece and stuff like that, and but yeah, that was the first time I did a cosplay thing or whatever. So I was like, God, I remember the days. I have like a Beast Morphers outfit and a Dino Fury thing I never even got to wear because I outgrew them so quick. I gotta scroll back a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I lost the thing. Cabin Planet. Yep. Power Rangers cocktail for sure. I do agree. Okay, so sorry, back about the Shazam thing. That was my one thing that I've always been kind of confused about, is that like if Billy's like 18 in this movie, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, you are acting very childish now. Like, I feel like after the events of the last movie, you'd be a little more grown up. Like, you could still have your humor, but not be an idiot. I don't know. I was like, at what point are they the adult that they're Shazamming into? Like, do they become that adult, or do they get to just stay looking like themselves? Because then I'm confused why they change who they look like. So I don't know. That whole aspect of it kind of confuses me. I do love that kid from It, though, who's in the movie, though. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Shazam cocktail, Diane. I know, it was weird. I thought it was gonna be disgusting. It was actually pretty good. Oh, Moonlight Hotel. Doing the cosplay. I think it's now for me. It's about going to be like, I want to do a thing where like we cosplay in like the civilian outfits. I think it would be fun because I still want to do like Billy again, but I also don't want to shave my beard. So I won't ever be one of those like 100% accurate cosplay people. It's fine. But yeah. Wait, okay, David, was Mary the same? Because I wasn't sure if she was the same actress or not. Because then, like, at what point? So then, when Billy turns 18, is Billy gonna be Billy then? Like, does Asher Angel stay as the thing? Because that was the weird part. Also, Asher Angel, who was Billy, wasn't in the movie a lot, and I feel like that was because they were kind of trying to hide the fact that he's getting older. Like, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know. It's a little. That whole thing was a little weird. A little weird. I don't mean to yawn. I'm actually not tired. Just looking for oxygen. I thought I had another photo to share. Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll through really quickly. And yeah, if I could just say myself, I loved that the one kid was like, "I'm gay." They were like, "Yeah, we know." Um, oh, Lindsay, I'm glad you got to be the Pink Ranger as a thing, but yeah, that's why I was like, oh, should I make Jill dress up like Pink Ranger when we do it? I don't know, or Yellow Ranger, I guess. Um, David, get back to me. Let me know if Mary is the same Mary. Okay, so then also this week's episode of The Mandalorian. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. The Mandalorian in general. It doesn't have to be specifically about that episode if you haven't watched it yet. It's only 30 minutes long. It's a very short episode. And it's not, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp. There's not really any spoilers I could give away. There's like one I will just kind of refrain from it. Yeah, the Power Rangers cosplay as the Ducks. Yeah, I think this season seems weird. Not weird. Like I'm into it. You definitely, I feel like you get more out of it if you've seen the Clone Wars. But it's interesting. This episode was very much like I liked the last episode that was about the Doctor. That they were kind of like, yeah, the Republic's sometimes just as like goes about stuff like the Empire, and you're like, ooh, God. And I like seeing that sort of stuff too. And then also I like that we're also learning more about kind of I'm thinking we're learning more about like what happened to the people from the Empire, but then also like where did the First Order come out of all of this? But I just can't believe how short this week's episode was. But it also was like it was just a search and rescue episode. It wasn't really about anything. And that's what almost like no, the first episode wasn't like that. But it reminded me sort of like that second episode of the series where it's like he has to go and there's just that one animal that's in the cave and the whole episode's about that. And I was like, this is boring. Like, yeah, the effects look really good, but this feels like this episode wasn't made for us. It was made to demonstrate what they could do. But and this episode was, I felt like kind of that felt a little wasteful. I don't know. I also am like, I don't know that I want to continue on in this like the religious zealots of the Mandalorian. I was saying that I think my problem is like I worry because like I think I need faces on the show. But this was only the fourth episode, right? So we have so much more. But I feel like the other seasons being season 1 and season 2, felt like they were, especially season 2, felt like it was going towards something specific. This one doesn't feel like that. This one feels a little more random. So I'm just curious. Like we did get a little more Grogu backstory, which was cool. But yeah, I agree with what Diane says in here, that this week kind of seems like it's a part of an episode rather than the whole episode. Like it just feels like a small part of something. No, David, it was not Omega. Don't say that. I don't believe that. I do like I didn't hate Boba Fett. I there is an episode of Boba Fett that's awful. So I think it gets a lot of rep for that one episode. But other than that, it's like yeah, and the Grogu stuff was cool, but yeah, I don't, I do get that we're getting more into the Mandalorian lore, but it's like look at my Mandalorian lamp. Hold on. This guy does like you can change the color. Oh. That's off. But then also, if I have my remote, I can do it'll fade from color to color. Oh god, jeez, I just want him to be on white. Oh my jeez Louise. So yeah. I haven't watched Bad Batch season 2. I've just realized too, so that's why I was like, and now they said I think like all episodes are streaming, so I have to watch that now. But yeah, okay. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Sorry, sorry, everybody. That's the hard part about the live streams is the dead air part. I can't talk the entire time. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And you guess what? It comes out at midnight. Well, yeah, it comes out at midnight. Do I stay up and watch it? I have to be up early tomorrow because we're reviewing Woody's Roundup Rodeo Barbecue at Hollywood Studios with Craig, I think Erica, Kylie, and then the baby's gonna be there. And then I'm gonna go see the Mandalorian tomorrow because he's gonna be coming out over here. I've seen him in California, but not in Walt Disney World yet. So. Oh, that makes me really excited about season 2 of The Bad Batch if it's a little more adult, because I thought there were adult aspects of the original season, but it was like of the first season, but it wasn't until like later in the show, I felt like. So that's what I'm like, that was a good show. Anyway, Picard, there's another episode of Picard at midnight, and Picard right now for me is like the best show on television, and I will tell anybody that listens to me right now, I think it's just phenomenal. I cannot wait for so many things. Yeah. But anyway, I just love how they're filmed and like the stunts and everything like that. It's just so good. Oh my god, Jordy's back this week. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, Jay just made my life. I can't wait. I was like waiting. I was like, where is Jordy? Oh my god. Jordy LaForge, the duck that I will never not see now when I think of Jordy. You know what else I started watching, or I've watched most of? I think I'm on season 2. Yeah, I'm on like season 2, but I like kind of forgot I was watching it. And I watched it in like chunks, so I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I didn't finish it because it wasn't all new yet. Was American Auto. It's pretty funny. It's good. It's clever. So I finished watching that show too. That's very good. But yeah, I have not watched Serial Mom yet, Trey, only because I like want to give it my full attention. So I think actually Serial Mom is going to be the movie I watch Friday night. Like when I get home, I think that's going to be my like sit down. I think tomorrow maybe I'll make a cocktail instead of having a beer. Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. This weekend I want to try and do test drives. Maybe I'll make a video as I test drive the cars, and then you guys can all help me with that. I listen to Smartless. I'm pretty sure I've listened to the Jon Favreau episode back in the day. I'm almost caught up. I have I haven't listened to a couple random ones. Like I didn't listen to this week's. I can't remember who it is, but I listened to Brendan Fraser one. But yeah. I don't know if All Stars got the secret menu or not. But actually, I think I'll re-listen to the Jon Favreau episode. Honestly, I was thinking about that the other day. But yeah, John Wick, I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna try and go early Friday, so that way I can still have an evening. I like going during the day to movies. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm hoping to maybe at least test drive cars this weekend. We'll see. It's one of those things where I think I just have to force myself to just do it sooner than later. And be like, okay. In my mind, the money's already earmarked way to it. But do I think they're going to make another Mummy movie? Yeah. I think if Oscar-winning actor Brendan Fraser says he would love to do another movie, I think they've got to try to make another movie, right? Oh, they had Jon Favreau last week? I thought Jon Favreau was on 2 years ago. Oh, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm sorry. That is the one I'm thinking of. I'm sorry, David. You're right. That was the one where I was I haven't listened to that one yet because it was under subscription. And so, okay, cool. Okay, I'm happy to listen to that then. I could have sworn they had him on a year ago or something like that. But yeah. Oh, dang. $5 movie tickets for John Wick. It's all right. I've got the AMC A list, and I never use it as much as I should. So I've got my ticket reserved for John Wick through that in the Dolby Cinema. Okay. And the Mary is the same Mary because Mary was over 18. Okay, so that's the part where I'm like, are the kids going to start becoming who they are? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Well, I'll do this for a few more minutes. I think I'll stop this in a couple of minutes here. But I'm just curious. Just everybody chit-chatting away. I like the conversation. I like hanging out with everyone. Yeah, my A list is like, it's tough to use. If I lived, oh my god, that's the one thing where it's like, I wish I lived near an Alamo Draft House. That stuff is, it's like $20 a month, unlimited, but it's like in those movie theaters, like people can't talk. They're not allowed to talk or use cell phones, and like it's enforced, and I love it. And they bring you whatever you want while you're eating, like you're there during the meal. Oh my god, AMC doesn't do that here anymore. I feel like the AMC at Disney Springs is like, I don't know if the other AMCs are doing it, like where you actually, I miss the days where you could push the button and be like, can I have another beer or whatever. I mean, I don't drink while I watch movies because I don't want to have to pee. That's a fun fact about me. People be like, oh, they serve beer, they serve the thing, and I'm always like, no. I'm like, I don't want to have to get up and go to the bathroom. I'll have one beer for the entirety of the whole movie, like basically. I mean, I'm still drinking this one beer for the last hour, so but yeah, I like when I go to Alamo Draft House, I'm like, if they have that electric jellyfish, Da, 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 da. Grounded. I will have to check that out. A game I would like. Yeah, I think the thing I like can't even drink like a soda during a movie. I'm not even kidding you. Like if there's a plastic cup I like, because like I like drinking out of the plastic cups. Because they're huge. And this is like filled all the way with water. I'll get a drink for that, and it's like a root beer usually. But it's like I can't. If there's sugar in the drink, so that's why I like only will have water. And even then, I always leave with the water because I'm like, I'll just drink like 2 little sips of it or something like that. AMC with milkshakes, coming in with the milkshakes. What? I need AMC though, the dine-in, specifically at Disney Springs, to start changing their menu up because they literally only have like one thing on there I want to eat. It's a Cobb salad, but you can do it as a wrap, and you take out the disgusting blue cheese crumbles. And so I always get that. It comes with fries. I'm like, But like they used to do like a bowl that had like quinoa and like chicken. It was like a Southwest bowl, and then it was like a rice bowl. There were all these options before. Now it's like 5 gross things. I'm just like, and the crazy thing about the Disney Springs one is it still charges you extra money for being in one of the dine-in theaters, and then it also charges you, I think, $1 for the delivery to your seat, which is super effed up because the ticket's already more money, and then you like can't order more. So it's just like I don't know. It's weird. But it's true too. The flip side of that too is like dine-in also allows for like a lot more people being like, "What? What did you say, sir?" Like I don't want any of that. They're good. Like at Draft House, they give you a piece of paper and you have to like write on the paper what you want. So it's like, right, like no talking. But yeah, am I gonna get that PlayStation? I gotta go to Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland in April. And Super Nintendo. That's why I'm like, I can't do the PlayStation right now. But that game comes out, like the Jedi game. Like we could be streaming that and watching it and talking about it and having fun together while we do it. That's why I'm like, it's fun to do these with all of you because it's like a nice reprieve to be like, I'm by myself. But like, not really. In spirit, you're all here. So it's just like, it's like having other people, like cheerleaders with you with the game. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out some things to paint and do that. I need to know like games. I need to know games. I need to know if I could sell 5 paintings, I could pay for a PlayStation, right? If I could sell them all for like $100 each. If I'm gonna get a power band, it's gonna be Yoshi or Bowser, one of the two. Those are my 2 favorite characters. And I'm gonna eat every single thing if it's afforded to me. And so yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm trying to like. It's weird. I get weird before a trip. Like I'm always like, no, I shouldn't be doing the trip. No, I shouldn't do it. No, it's too long. No, whatever. I don't know why I'm that way. Why am I the way I am? But the thing about the PS5 is that the Jedi game only comes out on PS5 when it comes out, doesn't it? It's not on PS4. it doesn't come out on PS4. Jedi Survivor doesn't come out on PS4 when it's released. I think it doesn't come out till later. So, yeah, what are my plans for Super Nintendo World, Diane? I don't know. The same as yours? The same as yours? Are we not going to go together? I can get one with a bill? Wait, so I could buy it and not pay it off? No, well, I don't like to do that because I'm always like, it's the money coming out at the same time. Money's coming out when money's coming out. I'm in the mode in my life right now where I'm like, just pay it all up front. I don't want to deal with it. But I was thinking I could do a couple of paintings maybe to offset the cost, but I'm like, the thing with the painting is like, I don't like to just do it when I feel like I've got to do it. I feel like I've got to be like, oh, I'm really into the thing. And that's dangerous too, because then in the end I'm like, well, I want to keep it. So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I got to think of some like fun characters. I like to do stuff where you're like, oh, you never see that character that often, you know? Oh, God, no. John is saying Jedi Survivor is a next-gen exclusive. Does that mean it's not even coming out on PlayStation 4? Don't do this to me. So I have to have a PlayStation 5 to play that game. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. David, maybe I'm going to have to do that. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to paint more again, though. I did, like, start tracing out, like, 5 different canvases. Like, I was like, there was, like, a Ninja Turtle one I wanted to do. There was, I think I did a Simpsons one again. I forget who the other characters are. Sometimes I start drawing them out, and I'm excited about it. And then once I, like, see it drawn on the canvas, I'm like, garbage. So I don't finish it. But Wandering Panda, you were asking, am I able to sleep on flights? I do a thing where, because I take the Dramamine, I will always, like, doze, but I won't be, like, asleep. So it's not, I can never count on the flight for sleep. I can't be like, oh, I can sleep for 4 hours on this flight or whatever. Like, I have to sit on the aisle, because I feel like if I have that ginger ale, I gotta pee. But also, I feel like I'm broader, so it's like, ugh. And so, it's like, I like the aisle seat at least, because it's like, I can move my shoulder over a little bit. And then it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. Like, yeah, I doze a little bit. I've never really done an overnight. I've done one overnight, one red-eye flight back from California. That was terrible, though. It was like a screaming baby. Multiple screaming babies. Baby's going to scream. Baby's going to scream. I understand that. But it's hard when there was like 3 right around me. And then like, I couldn't sleep. It was a red-eye. It was awful. I sell my paintings on the coffee site. That's where they always get sold. I do actually have, I did a Bob's Burgers painting, Jay, the last time I did some paintings. I have the 3 kids, so I feel like I need to do a Bob and Linda to go with them, and then sell them as the family pack. Because those ones are on like 12 by 12, so they're little squares, and they're all in like different colors and everything. And I've done some Linda paintings before. Actually, the one time I've gotten a cease and desist from Fox, 20th Century Fox, was because I did a Bob's Burgers Archer mashup one, and it was like, they were like, no. And I'm like, this is the one that is actually like not straight up them from the show. So it was weird. But yeah, I do love the Bob's Burgers ones. All right. Plus, who doesn't love... I just love the Bob's Burgers movie is actually my airplane movie right now, because it's on the Delta thing still, so I literally will just put it on, and I'm at the point now where I don't even listen to it. I just like put it on play. Oh my god, did I buy it? I did. Okay, it's up there. I was like, oh, did I forget to buy that? I didn't talk about the trailer for the new TMNT movie. How do we feel about that? I think the art style is interesting. I think what's great about Into the Spider-Verse is that everything is trying to emulate like a really unique animation style now, and I'm okay with that. And the Ninja Turtles looks like kind of like paintings, like comic books almost, which is cool. I feel like their voices are so young to the point where I'm like, these aren't teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are 8-year-old Ninja Turtles. Like, and so like that's the only part where it's like, I don't know. It feels a little too young for me. At least Donatello does. But then also it's weird because like April, I feel like in the very end of that trailer is also only like 12. So I don't know what's going on with that. But it's a Ninja Turtles movie. I'm going to see it. And I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. I have not seen the trailer for Joyride. Oh, yes, I have. Is that the one with the two girls, the two Asian girls? Like, that looks hilarious. Yeah, the voices are off in the Ninja Turtle movie. That's the only thing. It takes me forever to adjust to like new voices. But you remember the last time I felt like this was when they did that TMNT movie that was the animated movie a couple of years ago, like 15 years ago. And I remember thinking like, eh. And then I got into the theater and I was like, this movie's incredible. And not, I don't feel like enough people saw that movie. That's the one where I think Sarah Michelle Gellar is the voice of April O'Neil. But that movie was really good. Like, I remember being like, the animation was really good. I liked the voices and everything like that. I was like shocked by it. So I'm hoping that same sort of thing happens with this. But I did see an advanced screening of Dungeons and Dragons. Did I not talk about that on here yet? I cannot believe I haven't talked about it. I think I talked about it in the last live stream. Dungeons and Dragons, phenomenal movie. I highly recommend. I knew nothing about the property going into the movie. Zip. I know only what I know about Dungeons and Dragons from Stranger Things, and which is like very little. So I loved it. It's from the same people who made Game Night. The movie is funny. The movie is very well directed. I think there's great action pieces in it. Chris Pine in one of his best roles. Like, if you like Chris Pine as Kirk in Star Trek, this is the movie for you. This movie is a must-see in the movie theaters. I cannot rave about this movie enough. Like, I can't wait for it to come out because I can't wait to go see it again. Because I loved it. It was like halfway through the movie and I was just like, as long as this movie doesn't fall apart in the end, I think this is like, I'm not even, it felt original. It felt like a breath of fresh air, but it felt like funny, but not in the way where it was like not taking itself seriously. And literally it's like, if you could know nothing about it and follow along with everything. And the way they did it, but it also feels like if you are a fan of it, it's still also like being true to the rules of that sort of stuff. So I just thought it was, I went to see it because it was an advanced screening. I paid for it. It wasn't like it was free, but I'm so happy I did. Yeah, this is the role that I feel like we needed to see Chris Pine in again, to be like, oh yeah, remember how much we love Chris Pine? Because like that was what Kirk was. We're like, oh my god, this guy is so good. And then he was in a million things, and now I feel like he's done so many like serious roles and all these like kind of stuff that now it's like, oh, this is so good to be there. But what is my all-time favorite movie? It's a tough answer. I feel like favorite movies like ebb and flow sort of a thing. And I think I always say my favorite movie is Moulin Rouge. It was a movie where I was like, I love movies. And I feel like there's so much movie making in that movie that is just sitting there, right there to look at. And I love the acting, the editing, the direction, the shots, the songs, everything about it. I love it. And I remember that being like a movie sitting in the movie theater and actively being like, look at all the elements that they use in this movie to make this movie. Like, that was the movie that made me want to go to school for movies. Oh yeah, Chris Pine was great in Wonder Woman. You're right. Yeah, he was a highlight in that. It's that same idea. It's that charismatic, like, oh, we love Chris Pine. Like, it's that sort of a thing. It's so good. 11 movies, like, but Star Trek 2008 is a lot of that. Like, I love the way it's filmed. I loved what it did for an existing franchise. I love how it was like a new, but old, like, it's a fascinating film to me. I love it so much. But Moulin Rouge, yeah, I love Moulin Rouge. I like the movie Life as a House a lot. I don't know if probably nobody's seen that, but that's the movie that like basically put Hayden Christensen on the map. Like, he's actually like excellent in the movie, and it's the reason why he was in Star Wars. But it's a movie that I feel like when I watch, I will cry quite a bit. But at the end of the movie, you feel like you want to change your life for the better. Like, you're empowered to do it. Like, it's not a sad, it's like sad, but it's like you physically can feel it in your soul almost, where you're like, I can be better. Like, and not in a way where it's like, oh, we've got to do better, but just like in an inspiring way. Yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's a solid movie. Serial Mom? I don't know, Trey. We'll find out. I'll find out this weekend. I really do wish they would do another Star Trek too. The Star Trek shows, like, though, on CBS are on fire right now. Those things are like, oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. Like all of them. Like I know I'm raving about Picard, but I like Discovery quite a bit. Strange New Worlds is like, oh my god, if I could live on that starship, Captain's Quarters, God, if I could just like hold my head close to Anson Mount's head, I'd be happy. He's gonna be at MegaCon, and I'm like, do I get the picture? Should I get the picture? It's him and Ethan Peck together, and I'm like, maybe. I'm trying to think, like, because, you know, the weird thing is like, is your favorite movie the movie you've watched the most, or is it the movie you think is the best movie you've ever seen, you know? It's like all these sort of, like, factors that go into it. I don't know. I always, like, freeze up at this, because I'm always like, I'm never going to remember, and then it'll sound like I didn't know my favorite movie. But yeah, my like go-to answer for that is always like Moulin Rouge. But there are other movies like I love Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park is like what a perfect movie is, sort of. Like I love the elements of the filmmaking that are there and stuff like that. So it's all very good. But then you're like, well, what's your favorite comedy? What's your favorite this? You know, I think 40-Year-Old Virgin's pretty hilarious. I love Game Night. I thought Game Night was like that wonderful blend of like comedy, mystery, absurdity. I love E.T. Spielberg, baby. But yeah. Okay. It's 11 p.m. I said I was going to do this to 11. I told myself, not you guys. So I think I'm going to go now. But we can do another one of these this weekend. I'll do one. I mean, probably not tomorrow. I feel like I won't have anything to talk about tomorrow. Unless I do, like, unless I'm doing, favorite movie is so dependent on where your heart and your head is. Yeah, I agree. See, Diane, that's what I'm thinking. It's one of those, like, sometimes you just watch it and you're like, I don't know. It's like medicine for your soul. And different medicines for different reasons, right? That's the whole thing. So it's hard. It's like, I think it's like, you know, it's the stack. And what movies do you want in that stack? I should probably actually do a list. That would be a fun episode. Oh, okay. So I will look a fun episode. My life is an episode. I'm going to go through, I'm going to think about it. And I think I'm going to try and do like 10 to 20. I'll say my stack. So everybody think about it. Close Encounters was better than E.T. Get out of here. Get out of here. Everybody, this is your homework. Think about your favorite, like, top 10 movies. I think it's an easier choice for some than it is for others, but, like, we'll do it, and I'll talk about mine, and then I would love to hear everybody else's. Oh my god, we should get Alyssa in for this chat. That would be fun. So I'll see if Alyssa wants to be a part of that. But that would be, like I think just, like, yeah, like Diane's got it. 10 favorite go-to movies. Because I always be like, oh, this is the movie I want to watch when I'm sick, or this is the movie I want to watch when I'm sad, or this is the thing, you know, like, what's the funniest movie you've ever seen? What's the saddest movie you've ever seen? You know, what's the scariest movie you've ever seen? I love Scream. Like, I would say Scream is my favorite horror movie. I don't think it's the scariest movie I've ever seen. I think the scariest movie I've ever seen is What Lies Beneath. Like, I remember being in the movie theater and then realizing, like, oh no, I don't think I like suspense at all. It feels like it's killing me. That was the first movie I remember being, like, legitimately scared in the movie theater. And then when I saw Scream 4, I was afraid that someone was going to stab me in the seat. So that was like, I'm afraid of everybody on the outside. But, yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that in the future. I don't know if we'll do that this weekend, but that'll be a fun discussion, I think. That'll be a lot of fun. I like that. Oh, that's cool. The Wandering Panda says, I saw this on TikTok where a person asks everyone they meet on a trip their favorite songs, and then makes a playlist for the vacation. From that vacation, that's cool. That's cute. Oh, one of the movies I always stop to watch when I'm flipping channels, Devil Wears Prada. That's a movie where it doesn't matter where it is in the movie. I'll just watch it all the way through. And it's weird. And you're like, does that make it one of my favorite movies? I don't know. You know, it's like, but it's like one of those movies where I'm like, I love that movie. I do love that movie, beginning to end. Like, I love how I feel when I watch it. I love watching it. Like, I don't know. American Werewolf in London. I watched that recently for the first time. That movie's great too. So I have to have a discussion. So everybody in here, you have homework now. You did this to yourselves. You have no one to blame but yourself. So we'll have a movie chat. So I'm not gonna do it tomorrow. I'm probably gonna play video games one more time on this thing too. So because we gotta. I feel like we're making headway in Mario finally. So I'm gonna do that. So I don't know. I don't think I'll do this tomorrow, but I will do it at some point this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know when. We'll see how it all goes. I got videos I make like to go on here. I just like doing the live chats. I like being here where everybody's chit chatting. Like I like you guys all talking to each other. I like talking to you. I like seeing what you come up with. It's like having a fun it's like new age conversation. This is my college teacher practice. You're right. Yeah. See, that's the whole thing. Is I feel like you could be the most pretentious movie person in the world. Pretension doesn't make you a good lover of movies, and just because I hate people who will be like, I don't like anything mainstream. That's foolish. You're telling me you don't like Jurassic Park. You don't like any Steven Spielberg movies. Those are mainstream movies. Those are popcorn movies. Those are movies that are as big as it gets. And you're telling me you don't like those? Like, get off your high horse. Also, like, cinema is subjective. It's like there's all things with rules, but you can still love a movie. I mean, The Greatest Showman is not the best movie ever made, but I feel like it's a fun movie to watch. I love the songs, and yeah, Barnum and Bailey was or P.T. Barnum was awful person in real life, but I don't know. I love watching Hugh Jackman sing and dance in that movie, so I don't know what to tell you. Like the movie a lot. So I think that would be a fun sort of thing to share. So I have to put that together. So that's on the horizon in the next week. We'll do that in the next week. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate your support. I'm going to mull on this PlayStation 5 thing for a million years now. I'm going to mull on the art I should make. I should be doing that this weekend. I should be making the art this weekend to make the money for the PlayStation 5. So I feel like I earned it because I worked. I don't know, I'm weird like that. I feel like if I do a specific thing for that specific item, then it's like, oh, well, no harm, no foul. No money exchange, because I basically just did, I think it's called bartering. Yeah, so, I'm not an Xbox gal. I'm PlayStation 5. I'm PlayStation. I've been committed now. But yeah. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all for always being here. Solid group of folks in here. And I will I'll see you again soon. Look for content tomorrow about the Woody's Roundup and the Mandalorian in Hollywood Studios and stuff. So be out there. So if any of you are over there, feel free to say hey. But I'll buy you an Xbox. Okay, so before I go, fun story. I did years ago, I think it was 2005. I bought the original Xbox. I bought it at GameStop. It was used. I think it was under $100 or something like that. I bought it because there was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer game, and I was like, I have to play this game. And there's 2 Buffy the Vampire Slayer games. One was exclusive to Xbox. The other one was on more than one. But that's why I ended up with an Xbox. So I had the original Xbox. Then my cousins gave me their PlayStation 2, and I didn't really play anything on there. There was one Power Ranger game. And then I didn't have anything. It was when I started working for my current job that they bought me a PlayStation, right when I started working for them. That was a thing when we started back then. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to play any of these. And I got 5 games right away. I didn't really play anything. Honestly, I didn't play anything on this thing. I used it as a Blu-ray player, essentially, in a thing. And then it was Spider-Man was incredible. Miles Morales, incredible. Star Wars, Fallen Order, incredible. So there's been games I played. There's a Power Rangers, a $10 side-scroller game that's the original series thing, but it was made now that's it's $10 and it's a fun side-scroller. So I played that, and I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy right now. I'm about halfway through it. I got to pick that up again too. So there's that too. So now I feel like I lean toward PlayStation only because I don't think I know how to play Xbox anymore. But I still have the original Xboxes down here. It's just not plugged in. I'm a side scroller, baby. I don't know. Maybe Xbox is better. I don't know. PlayStation is I feel like that's what PlayStation does that I haven't seen Xbox do. There hasn't been anything that has solely existed on just Xbox since that original Buffy that I've needed to do that. So I am on that PlayStation 5 window. So we'll see what happens. But thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a good night. Leave some comments, keep chatting, whatever. you know, and yeah, if you didn't watch that Power Rangers trailer, I put the link in the video, or the link is in the description for this video, so you have it. But yeah, you guys are great. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.